Kevorkian. Help me welcome our next guy who also goes by one name. A big hand for Stelly.
Hey everybody. Yep, my name is Stelly. It's Stelly with a T. That's a T like testosterone. Speaking of testosterone, we're going to have a little chat tonight about prostate cancer. I know what you're thinking. There's nothing funny about cancer, and that's where you're wrong. It can be very, very funny, so long as you don't have it. So I got some issues going on. I go to the urologist, and he says, I have to give you a DRE. I'm like, what's a DRE? He says, it's a digital rectal exam. And I'm thinking, oh man, we live in a digital age, you know? Probably some little scanning device they use. You know, he says, come over here, put your pants down, lean over the bed, and I'm over like this, and I'm just minding my own business thinking, boy, this scanning device is pretty good, you know? And then for some reason I turn around, and there he is, putting a rubber glove on his hand, and he goes into this windmill notion, and before I can say Jiminy Cricket, he's got his hand up my ass. I mean, it's up my ass, to the point where I have to say, oh, man, is that your elbow I feel back there? So he says, you got some things going on. Any radiation or surgery? I said, just tell me the side effects. He says, well, with the radiation, you're going to experience a little diarrhea. Anybody hear that? A little diarrhea? Seriously? Anybody ever experience a little diarrhea? I mean, I did once. I thought I did. But I realized I was wrong. I was so wrong. The minute I ripped that towel rack off the wall, I knew I was wrong. There's another thing he says. We have to insert this prostate stabilizer. We go up through your rectum, and it keeps the prostate from flapping around. And I'm like, whoa, I need a timeout here, buddy. I said, you know Route 75, right up the road here? I think it's exit 210. Yeah, my ass is just like that. He says, what do you mean? I said, it's one way and it's exit only, okay? So he says, all right, mate, start talking about the surgery and the possible sexual ramifications. And this is where my young wife, she leans in and she goes, oh, that's okay, doctor. He's never any good at sex anyway. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? Why didn't you tell me? She says, it wouldn't have mattered. You're not any good at golf, but you go 3 times a week. So Bambi we choose the surgery. So the day of the surgery, I finally wake up, and surprise, I've got something that feels like a pipe coming out of my little Irish sticky doodle. And it's attached to a bag over here. And I'm like, oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. So I get home, got the bag hooked up to the walker, I'm walking around, and I say to Bambi, how are they gonna get this thing out of me? She says, oh, don't be a baby. They're gonna rip it out of there. I said, stop being so mean, come on, they're professionals, they're caring, they're compassionate people, they would never do that. Hey, while you're in the room, can you bring in that bell off my desk? So if I need your help, I can just ring the bell, you can help me. You guys hear that? That's exactly what I heard. She took the clapper out of the bell. Oh yeah, she's a sweetheart, okay. A real sweetheart. All right, so it's time to get the pipe removed. So I go into the doctor's, a nurse does it. And you know how they explain everything before they do it? Could have done without that. But anyway, she says, I'm gonna touch your little penis like this. And I'm gently going to pull the tube out, and it's important that you relax. And we're going to do it on the count of 3. 1, 2. Glory be to God, what are you doing to me? Jeez, Rudy, you ripped it right out. You're supposed to be professional. You're supposed to be... What happened to gentle? What happened to relax? What happened to the number 3? She goes, I lied. So now I go see the doctor. I go into the doctor, final thing, and I said, what did you do to me? Look at me. I have no testosterone. Look what I'm wearing. I used to watch ESPN all the time. All sports, no more, not for me. HGTV. You know, love it or list it. The Property Brothers, looking pretty cute, aren't they? So then he leans over and he says to me, he says, hey, how's your sex life? I go, who cares? I'm playing great golf 3 times a week. That's my time. Thanks for coming out. I'm Stelly with the T and cancer free. Thank you, everybody.